No more deliveries at this time. Don't forget to wear your mask over your nose and under your chin. And this applies to everyone in the building. At this time, please put away your electronic devices as they may no longer be used during competition. And please do not.
Oh my goodness. And there it is. Wow, get the pin to go. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the National Bowling Stadium and Bowl TV for the 2021 USBC Queens, the first major of the PWBA Tour season here in 2021. My name is Aaron Smith. I'll be joined by Jason Thomas in just a moment. We are ready. Final round of qualifying here. 3 rounds are going to be in the books after this 5-game set here for B Squad. It's going to be exciting. This is going to be the moment where we cut from 110 players down to the top 64. Along with our defending champion, Dasha Kovalova. We're going to go to the lanes here as we are underway. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk a little bit more about everything going on, who's leading, what the cut number is, and all that good stuff in just a moment. So let's get to the lanes here. Take a look at lanes 45 and 46 to get things underway. We will be joined by Caitlin Johnson, Blair Blumenscheid, and Sandra Gongora. Caitlin at plus 192, Blair at plus 56, Sandra at minus 36. So she's going to have some work to do today. Let's take a quick look at the numbers here as game 1 gets going. Our new leader overall is Rocio Restrepo, had a monster day, plus 192. Just a hair under 240. She's at plus 364. So Rocio at plus 364. Birgit Norix from Germany, plus 327. Cara Mangiola, plus 293. Shannon Salins, plus 291. And then we get to our first player from B Squad, plus 284. Our leader after 2 rounds, Liz Culkin in 5th place. Some other big scores making moves in A Squad. Julia Bond, plus 266. Kelly Kulick, plus 239. Elise Bolton, plus 231. Taylor Boltice, plus 220. Shannon O'Keefe, a big day, plus 200 after some struggles in the second round. She went 166 over today. So some impressive bowling by Shannon. But going down, we're scrolling all the way to number 64. And the current number heading into these final 5-game blocks is -1, Giselle Pass. And we have a few players right around that mark for Giselle. It's going to be a long wait. Her fill ball on the in the final game, if she would have gotten a strike, she would have been at +3, which would have put her ahead of Lindsay Boomershine at +2 and Alejandra Yorida, who is even. But she washed out, finished at -1. So a pretty big swing there. So now 2 spots in the books ahead of her as we wait out this cut line. It had been -8 for most of the day. Jody Scher from South Africa was the player at -8. But now she is on the lanes competing, actually starting on lanes 41 and 42. Here on this 42-foot pattern, the players have gotten very familiar with it over the course of the past couple of days. We saw the scoring pace kind of slow down a little bit in round 2, but has picked up pace here in round 3. So will the cut line follow suit? Some of the numbers in the books, we mentioned Alejandra at even, Giselle at -1, Lindsay at +2. We have Nicole Klutkin at +7 and Kristen Nieder at +11. Some of the players on B squad hitting the lanes right now. Just in the number, Jennifer Couples +2, Missy Parkin +15, Sydney Brummett +25. On the outside looking in, Jody Scher -8, Deandra Aspady, 2012 champion here, -15, Mallory Nutting -25, Courtney Ermish -27, and then Sandra Gongora, who are watching right now, -36. So as we settle in here, we'll say a big hello, obviously, to all the folks on BullTV.com. We appreciate you joining us here throughout the course of competition this week. For the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, welcome. Glad you're joining us for the sneak peek here of game number 1. As a note, after game 1, we will shut down the Facebook and the YouTube feeds. It'll be all available on BullTV.com. A few different subscription points to check out. An event ticket to watch the live action, including the stepladder finals, $12.95. A monthly recurring subscription for $9.95, which gives you access to the entire site, archived events, on-demand coverage, and live events. And then for an annual subscription, $79.95. The best way to support the PWBA Tour throughout the course of the season and all the USBC short duration events that we hold here on Bull TV. But let's bring in one of my broadcasting partners here, Mr. Jason Thomas. JT, what's up?
Hello, Aaron Smith. I'm just having a fantastic day. It's cut day here at the Queens.
It is cut day. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it's exciting. Last set of games here before we know who our top 64 are for the bracket matches tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy day tomorrow, crazy day on Monday, and then a stepladder finals Tuesday at 5 p.m. local time.
Once again, folks, all that right here on BullTV.com. Also have live scoring available to kind of keep tabs. And if you're on BullTV.com, if you're in the chat, you can see the chat. There's a few tabs above it. The one in the middle is kind of our all access page. And that's essentially what we use as well to bring this information to you throughout the course of the event. So that is your one-stop shop for all information, live scoring, lane pairings, standings, oil pattern, schedule, and much more.
Well, after last night, it looked like they were pretty tricky last night, Aaron. And, I was kind of the opinion that today would be another tricky day. And it didn't really seem like that was the case this morning. It seemed like there were a lot of players out there that put up some big scores. And a lot of players moved up the leaderboard. Obviously, Shannon O'Keefe was, I think, the biggest story. We saw the way she finished last night and, in jeopardy of if she were to have a bad day today, not making the cut. And she ended up making it pretty easily. But Rocio Restrepo, what an amazing story that's turning out to be with the injury that she's fighting through, and now finds herself in first place, which is pretty amazing. It kind of reminds one of Tiger Woods when he won the U.S. Open back in 2008 on a broken leg.
A hip injury, a culprit here for Rowe, but has worked on her game and took a week off, did not bowl in Lincoln a couple of weeks ago to work on a couple things, and was able to get to a pretty comfortable point to where she wasn't competing in pain, which is obviously very key. 18th overall in Cleveland last week, and now top of the leaderboard here after 15 games with the Queens. Pretty amazing stuff.
Two-time champion in this event, Diana Zavjalova. She had a nice day today, plus 107 to easily make the cut. Daria Pajok had a great finish, 290, 246 the last two games. That was exciting. You guys got to talk to her after the block, and she got a little emotional about it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been quite a three-day stretch for Daria. We kind of documented it during the block. After she rolled that 290, she's had a 279, a 299, and a 290 in this event through, I think that was, what did we say, that was game 14? So through the first 14 games, she had 3 games where she was plus 268, but she was farther down in the standings, and that 290 was actually kind of cemented her spot in the standings. But yeah, she was talking about just a lot of things she's working on with her game, and it seems like there's a lot going on there in the physical aspect of her game. She says when she goes out and she practices, things feel good, things are moving fluidly, things are going as she hopes, and it seems like when things get to the competition mode, it seems like, you know, just a few little things are out of whack, and when you start looking at one thing, all of a sudden something else pops up, and it's kind of a vicious circle of things popping up, and you try to fix one, and then all of a sudden you have to get to another, and that can get you in trouble. And you know, she basically said it was execution in those games where she had her struggles, which you know, and then Mike talked about it, essentially saying that, hey, you don't want to catch her in the bracket here, because if anyone sees her have 4 in a row, all of a sudden you know what she's done out here. All of a sudden you're like, I have to shoot 770 to win this game.
Yeah. I mean, there's that, right? Going into the match, yeah, if Daria is lined up, she might shoot 770 or 870. But there's also the, hey, you know, even if I've got her down by 70 pins, she can reel off a 300 game at any moment. And so, yeah, there certainly is that. She's a very dangerous opponent.
Speaking of 300 games, Jordan Richard will not have one here in game 1, so Mike Flanagan.
He's got 4 more chances to be struck in the face with a pie.
So, Jordan, we're counting on you. We believe in you. But we had some strings of strikes to start, but it appears everybody has at least one spare out there now. So, Hope Gramley starting with the front 6 before a 9 spare in the 7th. They start for Danielle McHugh, 6 out of 7 strikes. Courtney Ermish, player outside the number looking in, started with the front 5, over on 25 and 26.
Yeah, Hope Gramley needs a big day today. She's minus 108.
But, you know, 270 out of the gates, that gets her to that minus 30, minus 40 range, and all of a sudden, she's in the ball game with 4 to go.
That's perfect. Perfect way for her to start.
Caitlin Johnson takes care of the spare, clean here and through 8 frames. Blair putting together a nice game. And still gets to 258. That'll put her north of plus 100. Sandra started with the open frame, found a double in the middle of the game. Really used a couple strikes here in the 9th and the 10th. Just had a little momentum going into the final 4 games here. Just gonna have to hustle.
Sandra's certainly in that category with Daria, where she can, you know, get hot and shoot couple of big games. But you really don't want to have to force yourself to with 2 to go. You know, you need a couple of 250s to make the cut.
Another player a little bit farther back having a nice start here, Angelica Anthony on 53 and 54. She can shoot 253 this game after starting with the front four. Started off at minus 91, so in a similar situation to Hope, a big game out of the gates can give her an opportunity to kind of, as you said, not shoot a couple or not need a couple 250s to get there, but can have a solid block and put yourself in position to make the top 64 here.
Blair getting that first one in the 10th. That's the big one.
Pretty sure Blair is kicking all of our butts in the media world of bowling. Those out there competing on a week-to-week basis. So,
yeah.
Shout out to Blair for for multitasking here, not only handling social media and communications for Storm, but in great position to make the bracket here at Queens as well. She's going to get the trip.
Trip that 4.
She says, I've been up late doing social posts all night. Give me a break here.
Yeah.
Let me trip a 4. Come on.
Yeah, that puts her in the 250s. That gives her nice cushion with 4 to go.
Blair also flirted with a perfect game at the Women's Championships prior to the start of the Queens. Had a 298 game.
What'd she leave?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember that.
Wow. I'm surprised you don't know that. Nice 257 for Blair. Sandra with an open in the 10th, so now she'll go backwards. Another 20 pins, and she's going to be up against it. 56 under with 4 to go.
The good news, though, JT, is that the video is posted on the USBC Women's Championships Facebook page. So I'm just going to go look at that now.
Of course it is, because you posted it.
So we had a 300, 299s, and a 298 all along the way there. So just a matter of a couple days. I feel she came in light. Might have been like a 2-8 or some type of 2-pin combination.
Let's test your memory.
Let's see here. Because her first shot, she came in light and mixed them all up. So here we go. We're watching it on my phone right now, in case you guys are wondering what the heck we're talking about. So that one.
Oh, light mixer.
The crumbler. The crumbler. So the second one.
Sounds like a Batman villain. The Crumbler.
That one was really good. And this one, I want to say it's light. It's a 2-8.
Oh, you're right. 2-8.
Took me a while to get there.
Yeah.
So 180 is going to push Sandra to minus 56, and she's going to have some work to do in these final 4. Blair going to jump north at plus 100, and Caitlin Johnson is going to get into the 230s here. She's going to be above plus 200. So let's make a quick switch over here to lanes 41 and 42. We have Liz Johnson, Jennifer Okurasak, Rebecca Azarmendi, and then Jody Scherer, who is the cut heading into this game. But unfortunately for Jody, a rough opening game here. Started the day at -8. She strikes out the 10th. She can get to 163. So it's already going to fall back into the -40s regardless here. Liz Johnson, though, at +257, well on her way to extended play here at the Queens. So Liz, 2 O's here with a good count on the fill. Rebecca can get to 210. Final score 205. And for Jody here, you just want to see a couple strikes. Well, find a double here. To hopefully find a little momentum to try and get back into the number. She'll 2-pin there. Jennifer working on a double, putting together a nice game. I'll take the hit. Just a reminder to the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we do appreciate you swinging by. Hope you've enjoyed this sneak peek. Game 1 here. Final round of qualifying. B squad competitors on the lanes at the 2021 USBC Queens. But as we said, we are going to push the feed only to BowlTV.com after the conclusion of these full balls right here. So in order to kind of watch the scores break down toward the end, all of the excitement throughout the rest of today and then into match play, so we get to the step ladder finals, all should be live here on BowlTV.com. Head on over and subscribe. A few different pricing options to check out. So we hope to see you. We have giveaways per squad just for watching Bowl TV. Have a great community in the chat as well. So we hope to see you throughout the course of the rest of the week here from the National Bowling Stadium in Reno. But with that, we're going to prepare for game 2. The folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we will be signing off now, but head on over to BowlTV.com. Join the party over there. So, folks, we'll be back with game 2 here at the USBC Queens final round of qualifying. Coming up next here on Bowl TV. All right, everybody. We're back here. Game number 2. B squad, final round of qualifying. 2021 USBC Queens. We're going down to the top 64 players at the conclusion of this particular round. A squad already in the books with their 15 games of qualifying. The number was -1 to start today. Well, let's say minus. Will it go up? But kind of what we've seen so far, I figured if you finished probably even plus 25, plus 30, feeling pretty good about it. The cut was -8 after day 1 and day 2. Let's take a second to take a look at our tournament leader heading into Saturday's action. Liz Culkin. She's bowling with Claudia Cabrera and Jennifer Couples. Culkin started the day at plus 284, so 212 that game. She's now at plus 296. Claudia at -123, so she will need some strong games here. And then Jennifer, a player right on the cusp, started the day at plus 206 game 1. She's now at plus 8. So we see Liz start strong with an early 3-bagger.
Yeah, I know you shared that story earlier of Giselle Pass' final shot. That's amazing. That one shot, drops her in the standings 4 spots. And, all those numbers that are ahead of her are finished.
Certainly going to make for probably a long couple of hours here, waiting out to see kind of where the number goes. If it's one of those things where it jumps up and it gets to plus 10, plus 15, probably a little bit different story, but be a tough way to have your Queens run come to an end. Jordan Richards spare in the first.
Uh-oh.
Safe for game 2. Spike Flanagan. Jordan over on 35 and 36.
I'll tell you what he's not safe in is that 4.5 over/under on the 300 games. Well, you're not safe.
I'm not safe.
Yeah. Did Mike take the over, or did he just abstain from?
Well, I believe the way he put it was there's going to be one for each qualifying day and then one in match play. So that's how I got to the 4.5.
Okay.
And I saw some higher scores in day 1. I was feeling saucy.
Yeah.
I said, I think we're going to see a few.
Well, that solid 8 didn't help you.
That did not.
Gigi had a chance.
Could have been at 2. That's okay, though. There's still time.
I don't know what Daria left in the first frame of her 290 today. Doesn't matter, right?
That's true.
Still at 0. Maybe Liz Culkin will change that here, right in front of us.
Woo. That's enough there, Jennifer. Just need it to fall over. Don't have to hurt it. Liz will be stepping up looking for her 5th consecutive strike to start this game. And she's had an okay season so far. We talked with her a little bit after the block yesterday. Did not bowl at the Kickoff Classic Series with everything going on with some of the restrictions in New York.
Yeah.
Waited to come out at the Twin Cities Open. She's been consistent. She's had some runs, made some top 12s, but pretty frankly said on the broadcast, she's here to start making shows on a regular basis, and is looking for that next win in her career, and presumably a couple of runs at Player of the Year, which I feel Liz has kind of blossomed into being a player in that conversation over the past couple of seasons since winning that U.S. Women's Open in 2018. And, that's where she wants to be. That's kind of the expectations she's put on herself. And leading Queens, which, she could potentially jump ahead of the number here if she keeps striking like that, is the first step toward, what she hopes is a long run here at this event. But I liked her logic when we asked her about, winning majors, and, she said, obviously winning the U.S. Women's Open was awesome, but going back to the nickname, it's like, they call me Queen Bee. So
yeah,
I kind of need a tiara to go along with that. She has some from the state level, but kind of need that national one, she said. So she's looking for a long run here, has looked very comfortable throughout the course of the competition, had a great opening day, posted the highest block yesterday to move into the overall lead, and 5 for 5 here in game 2.
She's been close in this event. She made the show in the first event back of the relaunch.
2015, yep. I believe that was just after her collegiate career in Nebraska concluded. She was the NCAA national champion in 2015 as well.
It was a great match with Maria Jose Rodriguez.
Didn't they tie?
They did. There was a roll-off, yeah.
For Maria, that was she was coming back as the defending champion too. And now 6 for 6.
Liz has a little room. She got that one a little in, it looked like, and it held, and the one before that was a little right and came back for a light mixer. Here we go.
Mike did specify that the pie in the face is only eligible for a Jordan Richard 300.
Okay.
And only today.
It's only good for today.
It's a one-day offer from Mike Flanagan. So.
Limited time offer.
But Liz says yesterday, she saw the ball hooking a little bit earlier, got into the right ball early, and then from there, she was able to create a little shape. She likes to go a little more left or right out there as well. That's kind of suits her game, and she was able to, I believe how she put it was just she was able to create a little bit better angle to the pocket. Was able to find a few extra hits along the way, and outside of a 190 game, I believe everything else was above 230 or pretty close to it. So a lot of big games out there for Liz yesterday on the way to going 158 over for the day to get to plus 284. Looks like we've updated online as well. Or not online, but on site. It appears -1 is still the number. As soon as that update's online, we will let you know as well. Drop that in the chat.
And Liz with the 9-pin brings her streak to an end. We all remember the 9-pin that she left in the stepladder finals.
Oh.
Cost her 300.
Oh. believe that kicks off our intro video.
That's right. Little $10,000 9-pin.
Alexis Nyer, front 7 on 27 and 28. Hope Gramley started off with the front 6 once again. So she ended up with the first game.
Yep, you don't win Collegiate Player of the Year for nothing. She may have just been, I don't know, she could have been tired from last week.
That's true. McKendree did have a long run in the bracket. 250 the first game and 278 out there game 2. So as we said, a big start to put her in contention to make a run, and she's doing just that. Courtney Ermish put together a big game here as well. Sandra Gongora, we watched her in game number 1. She's put together a pretty nice game on 47 and 48 at minus 56. Could definitely use. Let's see, she's maxing out at 245 this game. She's able to strike out.
It would be big for her. She'd be right within striking distance of the cut with 3 to go.
Also be closing in on the right side of plus.
That's correct. Be a member of the band.
Tambourine already taken by Mike Flanagan. And folks, if you're watching the previous live stream from earlier today, we had a massive thread about Billy Joel that really got. I don't even remember how we got there, but Billy Joel is a very hot topic in the chat. And shortly after we had wrapped up, we were all standing there talking, myself, JT, and Mike. And all of a sudden, Billy Joel comes on over the speakers here at the National Bowling Stadium. And full circle moment right there.
I was impressed that Mike knew all the words so we didn't start the fire. That's impressive.
Technically, he only did like the first lines. So we haven't tested him on the entire song, but it sounded legit.
Yeah,
I believed it.
That's a hard one. I certainly don't know all the words to it. I just go ba 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 ba. That's one, like REM's "End of the World as We Know It." It's kind of how you sing that song.
That's a good example. Yes.
and then you can sing the chorus. It's the end of the world as we know it, and then the verse comes in and yeah.
So Alexis Nyer is getting ready to step up for 9 in a row over on 27 and 28, and Jordan Richard, she was at plus 262 entering this game, so not in any worry to miss the cut, but she is having a rough game here. After spare strikes start, she has opened the next 5 frames. 2 splits up there, 2 single pin misses. And has 84 in the 7th frame. Alexis did get number 9, so Jason Thomas has made his way to lanes 27 and 28. I just dropped the scores in the Bowl TV chat after one game here for our B squad competitors. As we mentioned, the cut stayed at -1. Haley Richard going the wrong way, unfortunately. She had 170 in game one, so she's a little bit closer to that number now. She's +7. Deandra went 209, so she's at -6. Mallory Nutting went 206, so she's at -19. Courtney Ermish, 201 at -26. Jody Scher dropped to -55. Sandra Gongora, as we said, at -56, but she's going to be in the 240s this game. So she was able to deliver those strikes in the 9th and the 10th. Courtney Ermish, we mentioned -26. She's bowling on Alexis Neyer's pair. Alexis +139, so she is going to be in great position to advance here. But Courtney Ermish 244, so she is going to get plus after this game. Sandra 243, so -13. Going to be right in the mix. Liz Culkin 236, so she's going to be +332. Jennifer Couples, unfortunately, looks like she's going to drop out of the number. Have her work cut out for her in the final 3 games, but still in the mix. Going to be in the 180s. A couple pins here. Let's see. Alexis got the first strike in the 10th. So we have the front 10. Again, from our angle here, behind lanes 45 and 46, a little tough to see the pin back. So we'll go off reaction here alone. Up in the 11th. Body language said she didn't like that one. 7 count. 7 count after the front 10 for Alexis Neyer. So she's going to be in the 280s this game. Going to be north of +200, which is a good place to be. Great place to be. Let's see, and we are just about with that, just about all done with game number 2 across our featured pairs. So we're going to go ahead and start getting some scoreboard switched up and some game of graphics corrected for you. So everybody hang tight. We're ready for game 3. Just 3 more games to go before we know our top 64 here at the 2021 USBC Queens. All right, good folks of Bowl TV, we are ready for Game 3. Here from the National Bowling Stadium, final round of qualifying at the 2021 USBC Queens. We're going to be bringing in Matt McNeil to join us here. So without any haste, there he is, folks. Matt McNeil. How you doing, Matty?
Hey, I'm all right. If I get this microphone high enough, I'll be really good. I feel like I'm setting up to do some stand up, or something like that, or some bad karaoke.
I was going to say, as a seasoned karaoke participant, I feel you should have been on top of that beforehand. So,
oh yeah,
you got to work on that.
2013, there was a lot of Matt McNeil karaoke in the city of Reno, Nevada, folks.
The way it should be. That's the world I want to live in.
Oh yeah, Dawn Show karaoke Tuesday nights at Rum Bullion's.
Oh, stories.
Lots of long nights. All right, what do we got? Let's talk about bowling.
Absolutely, Matt. And first and foremost, it's cut day. We're getting down to the number. For the players who are kind of hanging around the number, where are you telling them they need to get to? You're probably not actually telling them exactly what they need to get to, but what number do you guys think is where this cut is going to end up at?
I think it's going to be right around even, to be honest with you. There's a handful of folks that, if they have a pretty good block here, they can get into the number. There's a large handful of folks that if they do not have a good day can fall out of the number. So I don't feel like the number is going to drive up. I think it's just going to kind of linger around even. It may go down a little bit, depending on what happens with the lanes here. If they get like they did this morning, they were pretty challenging towards the end there. So lots of variables. That's the tough part about being a ball rep. If you had a crystal ball, you'd be a really good ball rep.
We saw last night. It seemed like was, in my mind, the biggest struggle of the week for a round, and it felt like maybe that would continue today. But then we had a couple of players come out today and hit them pretty well. We have a couple of players on this squad who have started off pretty well. Do you feel like that's because of where the squad has played them from the last, these today versus last night?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think last night there was a little more surface on players' equipment. I think people were quicker to move left with more surface, and I think that kind of chopped up the lanes and made them pretty tough. I mean, obviously there was some pretty good blocks last night. Stephanie Johnson had a really good block. Liz Johnson had a good block. So the Johnsons had a good block. But outside of that, there wasn't a whole lot of scores being put up last night. And I think that was just due to there was a little too much surface on the bowling equipment, just in my personal humble opinion, and just a little too much surface and moving left a little quicker. I think that contributed to the lower scoring environment last evening.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, what are you seeing as far as good potential strategies for the matches?
I definitely think really, really slower transitioning balls, smooth balls. Balls that are going to allow the players to keep their angles closed. We've been drilling a lot of balls, with down pins, just to be smoother and slower response, so our players can play straighter angles. Because on the fresh, with only two persons on a pair, that's going to be really, really important. Your angles through the front part of the lane are incredibly critical in those matches. So that's kind of our strategy. We feel really good about that, and making sure all our players on our staff are adequately prepared for tomorrow.
Do you feel like out is a better option for the matches tomorrow? Because we did see a lot of players, start pretty far left and actually have some success. But once the matches start, do you feel like that strategy is going to have to change a little bit?
I think it depends on the player. I think if you have a little higher rev rate, you can be a little further left. If you have a little lower rev rate, I think you can play a little further right. What I really actually admire about the lane conditions, I hope Nick Hoagland's ears just perked up. What I really have enjoyed about just being in this arena watching the bowlers compete is that, there's multiple ways to get there, but you got to throw it good. If you throw it bad, you pay a penalty. And if you throw it good, you get a reward. And it's not just, it's not absolutely you have to throw it this way in this zone. There's multiple ways to get to the pocket, but you got to throw it good. So I think as a ball rep or a bowler, that's all you can ask for. And I think Mr. Hoagland did a really good job on this one. So that's what I'd say about that.
Matt, I got 2 players on this particular squad I want to ask about. They started the block outside the top 64, Deandra and then Courtney Ermish. Courtney has actually moved into the cut. She had 244 last game to get to plus 18. And with the cut still at -1, Deandra just a couple pins out at -5. What were the talks with them trying to get them into the number? What did they have to do out there today to put themselves in the top 64?
The saying that I've been using with both of them, because I've been talking with them both the last couple games, is just chip away, chip away, chip away. You can't try to press for a 230, 240, 250. And sometimes as a bowler, you get behind the 8 ball a little bit and you want to get it all back at one time, and you got to put that out of your mind. You got to really stay calm. You have to stick to your process. You have to stay very focused on what the lanes are doing. You have to watch the other people on the pair, observe what their shots are doing, stay ahead of the moves, stay very focused, stay very calm. And that's really what we're just trying to do. We're just trying to give them a good read on the pair, help them stay calm, help them make really good shots, and be very, very patient. I've always said you don't shoot 250 in the second frame. You shoot 250 by making one great shot at a time. So we're just trying to keep everybody very calm, very in tune with what the lanes are asking for, and just help them go through their pre-shot routine and that mental process that we help them develop so that they can execute at a high level.
All right, one additional player I want to ask about who's actually already in the books, who decided to chip away everything at the very final game to sneak into the number. Lindsey Boomershine went 246 to get to +2 that final game. And prior to that, 165 and 167. What was the switch for Lindsay in that final game in order to put herself in position to make this cut?
Is just a gutsy ball change, and she gets all the credit on that. We were working with her, and we were trying everything we could, we were just like, yeah, we're gonna go all in on this one, and she made a great ball change because she's a phenomenal player, experienced player. And she went out and she made that was probably one of the better 240 games I've seen in my career. So just hats off to her. I'm really proud of her, and that's one of her biggest assets. She never gives up. She claws and scratches for every single pin she can get until the scoreboard turns off. So hats off to her, and really hope that it turns out to be enough for her to get into the bracket tomorrow.
All right, Matt. I think that's everything we got for you right now. So unless you unless you're taking requests, we will let you get back to your day job here. But we do appreciate you joining us here on Bowl TV and offering some insight as always.
Awesome, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I was hoping for Billy Joel there, really, but Billy Joel song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's been the theme today.
I got all of his vinyls.
Okay. Next time we'll. Yep.
Billy Joel continues on here at the 2021 USBC Queens. We do have a score update, as we mentioned, with Matt. Big thanks again to Matt McNeil for joining us. Giselle Paz still hanging on at -1. Hope Gramley, 504 her first 2. So we talked about players being able to make a run. 250, 254 to get to -4. We are watching her right now as well. And so far, pretty strong start to the game. Early double. The first player out at -4. Deandra at -5. She's right there as well. She's been steady so far, nothing too crazy. That chipping away mentality that Matt mentioned, 209 and 201 to get just a little bit closer there. Jennifer Couples at -10 on this squad. Sandra Gongora shot 243. She's at -13 now, just a couple pins back. Mallory Nutting -24. Sofia Granda from Guatemala, minus 29. Angelica Anthony, she's had a nice start. She's plus 52 for her first 2 games at minus 39. Jody Scherer got a couple pins back at minus 43. Addie Nelson, minus 52. And then down to minus 79, Raylan Hazen and Leanne Holsenberg have a little more work to do in these final 3 games. But that's a lot of folks who are, a nice 240 game away from being right in the mix. And also taking a look at the overall scoring, right now spots 59 through 64, all on A squad, already in the books. So that's going to be interesting to see how that kind of shakes up. But we do have a few players who are just ahead of the number. Sharon Powers plus 17, Courtney Ermish plus 18, Missy Parkin plus 23, Haley Richard plus 25, Maria Volanova plus 31. So conversely, we have players who can shoot a big game, and then on the other side, there's a handful of players who are a 170 game away from being in a rough spot.
Yeah.
Rocio continues to lead overall, plus 364. Liz Culkin, though, on the move, plus 332. But Danielle has gained on her through the first 2 games. She's at plus 71 so far. She's at plus 314. Caitlin Johnson plus 260. Stephanie Zavala plus 249. Liz Johnson plus 247. Jordan Richard plus 234. Jordan Richard started with the front 2.
Uh-oh.
But then a split in the third. Struck on every shot.
Got me excited
since.
for a second there. Yeah.
This was the game that Mike had called it as well. He thought game 3 was going to be Jordan's game. So,
well, looks like Hope playing around with her insert there. I don't know what the issue is, but she had a little bit of a miscue there in the 6th frame, missing the 2.5. See where Danielle's playing. She was hooking it quite a bit yesterday. Going pretty left to right. Looks like she's doing the same thing here today. She's going to line up in the middle part of the lane, and looks like she'll be crossing around 15 at the arrows. Right over 15. Rings at 10. Yeah, that's just not something we saw her do all that much of. We knew she could do it, but typically she would try to keep the ball in front of her as much as she could. Hope bounces back after that open frame in the 6th. She's pretty deep as well. Looks like that one crossed 13-14 at the arrows.
We mentioned it yesterday, but it's really fun to watch Hope bowl. It's just all so effortless. Just a great physical game, and just makes it look so easy. There's just no effort whatsoever, and which makes me very jealous because my entire approach looks like a whole bunch of effort to do a whole bunch of nothing to the bowling ball. But but really excited to see her for one more year of college at McKendree. It was a junior this year for the Bearcats, and Shannon O'Keefe, and a phenomenal player on the collegiate bowling scene.
Sydney Brummett bowling a big game. She's got open 8-bagger, and that should pretty much lock her in. She was at plus 62. Deandra, who you mentioned, she's got a big game going, a possible 244 with 2 more strikes in the 10th on lanes 57 and 58. That would get her pretty safely inside the number. Man, she's really hooking the ball. That one maybe just a touch soft, or maybe missed a transition a little bit. That's got a hook. Oh, man, that was nice. Nice bounce back after that open frame. One thing that I've noticed about Danielle that's a little strange, Aaron, is that she's taken 5 steps on her spare shots and 4 on her strike ball. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Interesting. Very interesting, JT. Deandra finishes with 231. So she'll be at plus 26 now, so she's going to move into the number. Sydney's in the 260s. Courtney Ermish, late 3-bagger. She's going to save 2-0 and stay above the number.
Yeah, it's not unusual for players to switch up the number of steps in their approach. It happens. A lot of times, if a player is having a timing issue, or, with lanes that hook a lot nowadays, if you move left to try to play, over the gutter cap, you'll shorten your approach to 2 or 3 steps. But you very rarely see somebody take a different number of steps for spare attempts as they do on their strike shots. Danielle's always been a 4-step player, at least as far as I can remember. 5, she's taken 5.
It's like a very short first step there. Maybe even just a little slide before.
Yeah, maybe she's. Yeah, I know some folks were saying that she was switching from 4 to 5 on her spare shots.
Oh,
wow, nasty stone 9 there.
So this feels like the game where you might see the number move to plus.
It could, but we've seen it all week long where the straighter players got them early and the hook players got them later, and so that means half the field is going backwards and half is going forwards. So, not sure, but there do seem to be quite a few good games. Sydney Brummett 277, Deandra 231.
Haley Richard is going to fall out of the number here after the 7-9. 166. She's going to be at -9. Hope saws out the 10 there. Just fun to watch. Very, as I said earlier, just so effortless, very powerful, and still just a junior in college. Oh, well, that one's going to need a hook. 204 for Hope. So now she's even. She's battled back from the 100 plus pin journey she had to make here through the first 3 games to get back to even. So she is right into the mix, heading into the final 2 games here of qualifying at the 2021 USBC Queens, the first major of the PWBA Tour season here in 2021, the 7th event overall. 6 events, 6 different champions, including 2 first-time winners, Julia Bond and Stephanie Zavala, both of them in great position to make the cut here. At the Queens for some extended play into the double elimination match play bracket. And as a reminder, that's going to start up tomorrow. Same start time, 9 a.m. For the first set of matches. First have the left side of the bracket and then the right side, and then we'll, after that, continue on the journey. It's 214 for Danielle. Gets her to plus 328. Josie Barnes, 255 that game. Caitlin Johnson, 247. Sandra Gongora, 199, so she really doesn't lose any ground. Big game by Jody Scherer, 243. So that's going to put her right into the mix. Caitlin Johnson's been really good on the fresh here. Past couple of days, 715 out of the gates. Keep an eye out for Caitlin Johnson here in these 3-game matches coming up. Clara Guerrero, 255. And we'll be ready for game 4. Brianna Cote, 250. Sid Brummett, 277. We're going to get ready for game 4 coming up next here on Bowl TV.
Athletes, you may now move to your next pair of lanes.
As game 4 gets underway, Jordan Richard update did not strike in frame 1.
No. One more chance left.
Believe in you, Jordan.
Man, things are getting odd. Things are getting crazy. Hope Gramley, we saw her finish up right here in front of us. Her last game got her to even. Jody Shearer just shot 243. That got her to even.
There's an even in the clubhouse as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's getting pretty interesting.
Sofia Granda, -3 over on 43 and 44. Addie Nelson, collegiate competitor from St. Ambrose, -19, all within the mix. Jennifer Couples, -16. Sharon Powers on the right side of it at the moment, +13. Started with a strike. Haley Richard, -9. Hope even. It's going to be a crazy last game, JT.
It is. We wouldn't have it any other way.
That's what we're all about here on Bold TV, folks. Crazy bowling math. Was not a subject in school when I was taking
Crazy
classes.
bowling math?
Crazy bowling math.
Yeah, you got to learn that in the real world.
It's a real world experience. Joining Sharon Powers on this pair, Josie Barnes, Raylan Hazen, and Maria Balanova. Nice to see Josie having a strong week here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I read your piece on her prior to last week's event, and how she just was talking about, the differences in her body, since having the baby, and how, it's been taking a little time for her to get used to it.
Yeah, was pregnant with her daughter, Lisa Ruth, throughout the 2019 season, including the win in the very first event at the Greater Cleveland Open. So that's been a couple seasons since since she's bowled as herself, essentially, the way she put it. And, getting used to that, she changed ball companies as well. So now with Storm. So she said she kept a very strict schedule to keep in accordance with what she was expecting of her student athletes as the associate head coach at Vanderbilt. So, for the school's procedures and protocols for safety in this COVID era, they're under very strict guidelines to compete. So she chose not to compete in any events to kind of follow suit with what her athletes were going through. So the Twin Cities stop was her first actual event in quite some time. So she said, she got really familiar with the equipment at Lane 2 in the rec center on the Vanderbilt campus, but much different on the PWBA tour, going from week to week, different houses. So it's been a learning curve these past couple of weeks to kind of get back into the swing of things, and has had success here at the Queens. Was finishing 6th place in 2019. She was the player who unfortunately did not make it out of the 4-player for 3-spot match. And then 2018,
I remember that. That was a rough loss.
That was a rough loss, but she turned it into a victory the following week in East Hartford. So I'm sure, probably a little bittersweet memories returning to Reno here for that. But is in great position to make the bracket.
Yeah, that loss we're talking about, she missed a 10-pin against Liz Johnson, and then Liz Johnson got up and threw a double to knock her out.
All right. Looks like we have an update here on site. So it says the number is now even.
Wow.
So by accounts, we have 3 players at even at the moment. So this is going to be some good stuff. This is better than the entire Billy Joel catalog.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're getting on the big board here in Reno. Let's see. Start counting down once we get to 60. So Sharon Powers, we're watching her. She's in 59th at plus 13. Kristen Eder at plus 11. Nicole Klutkin plus 7. Lindsay Boomershine plus 2. And then our even, 63rd, 64th, and 65th. So a 3-way tie. Alejandra, Hope, and Jody all even. Giselle Paz in the books at -1. Sophia Granda -3. Haley Richard -9. Sandra Gongora -14. Jennifer Couples -16. Addie Nelson -19. Angelica Anthony -32. And Mallory Nutty -48. All in the field right now. And within less than 50 with 2 to go.
Wow.
So let's see. Who can we?
Got Deandra up on
Yeah, way
the
down
high
there.
end, over down on 67 and 8.
Strong start for her this game. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Live scoring. Jody early open on 15 and 16, pair of spares. Sandra Gongora 19 and 20. Get your pins on the low ends, folks. 4 out of 5 to start. Angelica Anthony, an early open, but working on a double in the 4th and the 5th on 27 and 28. Jennifer Couples looking to be clean through 5 on 35 and 36. Addie Nelson's got a 3-bagger in the middle of her game right now, looking to make a run. Sophia Granda, 4 out of 5 strikes. Business picking up. We're watching Sharon right now. Hope Cramley, 3 out of 5 strikes so far. Haley Richard with an open in the 4th, but a strike in the 5th. Mallory Nutting potentially it's going to need a big finish here. She started game 4 with 3 consecutive opens for a strike in the 4th. Courtney Ermish, a double and clean through 5.
Brianna Clemmer in a little bit of trouble here. She's shooting 170 this game.
She's in the upper plus 39. I think it was plus 39 for her.
Yeah, so that'll make it nervous going into that last game.
A lot of possibilities here. Sharon Powers getting ready for the 5th frame, open in the 4th. Oh, come on. 7-9.
What's that?
It's nonsense. That's what that is. Cool thing coming up for Sharon, I guess technically next week. This week is almost over because it's Saturday, folks. I know the day of the week now.
Yeah.
I'm moving up in
Congratulations.
the world. But Sharon will be joining her teammates Michelle Malley, Debbie McMullen, and Christine Gill on the lanes at the Women's Championships. They're coming back as the defending Diamond Team Champions. And for Sharon, they've been bowling the event 40-plus years, had not won a title. So pretty cool. She actually led the team. She shot about 780 in the team event in Wichita, North Rock Lanes in 2019. So I know her and her teammates looking forward to that appearance here at the NBS coming up in just a couple days. But for Christine and Sharon, they're hoping to. Christine's already going to be in the cut, and Sharon looking to hang on to a spot here. And get ready for her sixth frame coming up next.
Oh, nasty ring in 10. 7-9 and then a ring 10. If she leaves a stone 8 the next shot, she'll leave the whole back row in just 3 frames.
Let's not have that happen, JT.
If you're going to leave the whole back row, you might as well do it in 3 frames rather than 4.
That's a good point.
Although it does mean that one of those frames is more than likely a split. Well, it has to be a split.
Yeah, Brianna Clemmer this game is she's going to give a few pins back regardless. She just struck in the 8th frame, but max of 188 if she strikes out the 9th and the 10th. Actually, no one's going to be on 59 and 60 next game, but struggles for the entire pair over there. Mallory Nutting and Dasha Kovalova as well.
Yeah.
Hope Gramley clean through 7. Haley Richard strike out the 8th, 9th, and 10th to get to 221. She fell to under last game. Two missed single pins this game for Angelica Anthony. Might be tough to make up here. Final frames of game 4 and 1 left to go. Sandra Gongora, chance to get into the 250s. So an opportunity for her to not only get into the number, but also get to
the right side of plus. And we did say it earlier. She's got a lot of firepower. She could get lined up. She can shoot a couple of big games and pop herself right in there like we saw Daria Payok earlier in the day. And she's gone 240, now possibly 250.
Struggles for Jody Scherer this game. 3 opens in the first 5 frames.
Wow.
63 in the 5th, strike in the 6th.
Yeah, she just shot 240 to get to the number, but then she had to make the flip from the high end to the low end.
Typically, that's where people have been getting their scores at.
Yeah.
So striking the 6th, so maybe a double here. Get some momentum going for Jody. 1998 PWBA Rookie of the Year from South Africa. Had a runner-up finish at the Arlington Regional as part of the Kickoff Classic Series.
And just off to our left on one pair we can't see because it's in front of a stairwell, 43 and 44. Stephanie Zavala is bowling on that pair, and I'll tell you, I would put her name in the running with Jordan Richard and Daria Payok for the hardest hitting bowling ball on tour. Her ball is just running over the 8-pin.
Entered this game at plus 244, can shoot 268 with the 10th frame left to go. Sharon Powers with the double.
Should be a 4-bagger.
Should be, yes. Should be a 4-bagger.
Oh, wow. It was a fast messenger right in front of the 10-pin for Bolanova.
Courtney Ermish is going to get a little bit closer to even versus away from it. I'm going to give some pins back this game. Unable to get the first hit in the 10th. Spare, she's going to be in the 180s. All right, Maria cleans up the spare, doing what she needs to do to stay ahead of the pace. Let's see if Sharon can set up the 10th frame here with 3 in a row. I have a chance. Get up the hill. There we go, Sharon.
Mix them up. That 7-pin out of there.
Chance to get to 224. Danielle McCune is going to have the opportunity to take the overall lead here. She's able to throw a couple strikes on the 10th frame. Liz Culkin went 194, so she's going to drop to plus 341. Danielle can shoot 255 this game.
And Hope Gramley putting up a big game. 249 possible for her with 2 more strikes. So that's going to put her well above the cut number with just 1 game to go.
Very impressive performance here by McKendree Bearcat, standout D2, D3 player of the year this year. She was so good this year. And this is something that it's one of those weird things when you kind of look at the NCAA versus the USBC Collegiate and kind of how the different organizations vote on All-America teams. It's very tough for a team that bowls historically, from what I've watched over the years, for an NCAA team to have someone make the NCBCA first team. You have to have a crazy good year for that to happen, just because, that's not necessarily their main organization, since they have the NTCA awards. Hope holds so well this year that she also got first team for NCBCA.
Yeah.
Which is, if you think about the crazy great year that Brianna Clemmer had in 2020, she was still only second team for NCBCA.
Yeah.
Hope got first team this year. That's how great of a season she put up. And 235 her final total, so she's going to be at plus 35. Some good stuff there. Danielle got the double, so she is going to surpass Rocio. For the top overall spot here. Plus 381, your new leader. So a new leader, and then the wait to see what the cut number is going to be next game. Oh, goodness. What? Oh. You mentioned Sandra Gongora. She's at plus 21 now, but Blair Blumenscheid has dropped dramatically these past 2 games. Blair is now -4. She was north of plus 100 after the first game today. Shot 250. That's pretty crazy right there. Blair dropping in the standings. Mike Flanagan, would you like to come in? Okay. Well, your mic is muted right now, so there you go.
Aaron, you got a copy? Can you hear me now?
Over. Hi, Mike.
Hey, I got up from the computer, stopped editing. Cut score. I predicted +2. You predicted +10. I don't know if JT put a prediction out there or not, but how are we looking here?
Heading into this game, it was even.
Even, okay.
3 players, 1 in the books, 2 on the lanes at the moment.
Yeah, I was looking at that +2 number at lunch today that I threw out there, and I saw there were 2 players at +2. So I was thinking Jim Stefanich.
Jimmy Steph?
Oh, yeah.
I heard he's going to be on the next compilation album with Billy Joel.
And I've been watching live scoring back there, paying attention to one particular pair. And it looks like we got one more shot here.
Indeed.
And it would be Key Lime, by the way, everyone. Key Lime would be the choice, if possible.
Sharon Powers finishes with 223, so nice finish there after a couple of rough hits in the middle of that game. So plus 36, so one good game left for her, and she'll be moving on to the next round. Addie Nelson at 53 and 54 is -5. It's going to be pretty intense for this final game.
It should, and that's why I came out, try to assist you guys here on this one. Leanne Hulsenberg bowl a big game?
Let's see. Let's check live scoring. So in here real quick. Uh, 207 this game.
So 85 back, or minus 85, I should say. Wouldn't rule her out. Capable of a big game at any time.
We're currently waiting for one pair on the low end to finish up. So at the moment, the high end of the house where all the cameras are at are currently waiting for the okay from Tennille. Couple of shots left to go.
Looks like Deandra's bowled her way in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Deandra's bowled well. Hope Gramley's had a huge day so far. Now at plus 35, she started the day off, I believe, minus 108.
That's incredible.
Yep, was in 88th place to start today.
I'm still going with my +2.
You may now move to your final edit of agreements.
So within viewing distance here, at least from our perch here behind lanes 45 and 46. On 33 and 34, we have Blair and Sandra to keep an eye on. Blair has dropped to -4. Sandra plus 21. Jody Scher is at -33 now. She was part of the group tied at even. Three-way tie for even entering this game. Jennifer Couples is going to need a big game. She's at -49 on 49 and 50. Addie Nelson at -5 on 53 and 54. Sofia Granda -10.
If you need me to move to a pair over here, let me know, Aaron.
Let's see. What are we currently on? Let's see. Oh, we got JT and Shot right here. So we got a new overall leader, Danielle McEwen.
Well, let's start here. Neely Richard chasing the number. Hope Gramley ahead of the number. Just kind of needs to shoot 170 or better. And our tournament leader.
It's a good group. I like it.
But we'll have to keep an eye on Addie Nelson.
I believe Addie's just maybe just a sophomore. Finished up her sophomore year for St. Ambrose.
Blair Blumenscheid -4. She's just off of our featured pairs on 35 and 36. We'll keep an eye on her. Sofia Granda -10. She's on one of our live stream pairs.
Addie Nelson, early double.
Ooh, take that. Makes the 3, 6, 9, 10 on the inside.
And Mike, you know who's 1 for 1 this game?
That's why I'm here.
Saying we got a chance.
Through the river of Jordan, river of Jordan. The road's wide. It's too hard to cross, too hard to cross.
Early double from Sandra Gondora, +21. Boy, this is going to be fun. I think we got those shipments of TI-83s. Type in the bowling function.
12x equals 300.
Nicely done. All right, folks, this is it. Final game of qualifying. 2021 USBC Queens will cut to the top 64. After this game, for the double elimination match play bracket, which starts tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 local time, here in the biggest little city in the world.
Bang.
Gora, 3 for 3 so far. Jody Scher, minus 33, started off spare strike. Blair at minus 4, clean through 4, but no doubles. Addie Nelson, 3 out of the first 4 at minus 5. Mike mentioned Leanne Holsenberg. She has an early double. Who also has an early double? Jordan Richard, 21 and 22.
Oh.
That'd be like a walk-off home run right here.
It would. It would. You'd have to leave a little early, get the pie ready.
I actually really want it to happen. I think that would complete everything for me, because I know there are some people out there that absolutely can't stand listening to me on the air, and they would finally get some justice. They would love that moment. And to those that do love me, be like, oh, it's just Mike. He's taking a pie to the face. So I think that would be the one thing that could potentially get every Bowl TV viewer some sort of happiness in their life. And that's all I care about. And I know you two guys would love it too.
It'd be fun. You know, Danielle McEwen is really impressing me right now. She's doing like a Belmo move, which is basically I'm gonna play a little bit of a different angle than everybody else and give myself about 3 or 4 boards of area. And it's just pure imagination. And I hope Gramley made a little adjustment on that left lane and went high flush for a double so she can breathe a little easier. But, I mean, how often have we said in the whole time since the relaunch, Danielle McEwen is opening the lanes up? She doesn't, that's not her game.
I'm just happy that for 2 weeks in a row, we're talking about Danielle McEwen bowling well, and we're not talking about a foot.
Do you know, Mike, when she went to 5 steps?
This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm gonna phone a friend real quick.
Okay, I thought you were my lifeline, but apparently you have a lifeline for your lifeline.
Jordan Richard, 3 for 3.
Oh yes, baby! Here we go.
Along with that, Abby Ragsdale, 4 for 4. Angie Ramirez Perea, 5 for 5.
Is Jordan aware of the pie? Yeah.
Oh
she-
yes.
All right, up on the big board here at the NBS, cut position is back to -1.
Wow.
Let's see if it's updated online. So Giselle Pass, the number once again. Let's see what we got here.
Ooh, get that 10 out of there, Haley.
Let's see here. We're scrolling on site. Courtney Ermish at +7 in 61st. We go +2, even. Giselle at -1. Brianna Clemmer has dropped to -2. Blair at -4. Addie Nelson -5. Sophia -10. Haley -18. Jody -33. And then Jennifer at -49. Wow. Wow, that is that's a wow. It's ridiculously close. Let's go.
Still working on the lifeline, but I did just get this random text message from some guy named Jim Stefanich.
We can talk about ties right now. We do have downstairs in the Hall of Fame Satellite Museum a bust of Jim Stefanich hanging on the wall that I need to go take a selfie with.
It's a good idea.
Danielle getting a look at another ball there. She's just playing around right now.
Addie Nelson is looking to get ahead.
Gonna do it. 2 doubles and clean through 8.
Pardon me for just being stupid, but Angie Ramirez, where's she at? She well in?
She's +104, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Where's Pulahowski? Where'd she finish? Do we know?
She's at +170.
Okay.
She's bowling right in front of us right now.
Oh, she is. There you go.
Jordan did not strike in frame 4, so Mike Flanagan. Safe.
So bye, bye, Miss American Pie.
Oh, man, that was big right there for Haley. She needed a conversion there on that 4-9. And Danielle, she takes a ball out that's even more angular and moves left off of it after going high. And now she has even more room than she had before. And she already had the most room of anybody in the field. Okay, good break there for Hope. Breaks up the split. Gonna stay aggressive. A few more marks and she'll be in. Aaron, who do you have on your feed?
I have Addie Nelson on 53 and 54.
So let's switch over to that. I did it.
Oh, you already did? All right.
I did.
That's teamwork right there.
It is.
We are
Cracking.
So Addie Nelson, this is going to be frame number 9. You can see it up on the scoreboard there. Queen with a pair of doubles. Just finished up her sophomore season at St. Ambrose, -5. Great position to get ahead of the number. Needs to close things out here, 9th and 10th. It's a very fiery player for the Fighting Bees. She gets one that looks, oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Guys, I'd like to report a score. I'm going down the list of the players that are in currently bowling their last game, and I just started with 52nd position with Deandra Asbeatty, plus 41. Deandra has 108 in the 7th with an 8 count in the 8th.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Brianna Clemmer just opened the 9th frame on 73 and 74. Her max now 203.
It looks like Sabrina Davis is definitely going to make it in. She's going to have enough.
Back over to this pair. Haley Richard really needs to go off the sheet.
Nice final game here by Blair. She's going to be in the 2 teens after she had that drop. She was plus 100 after the first game. She's going to find enough here in the final game. Clean game, a couple doubles in there.
Gongora is also safe in 57.
Big shot here for Addie Nelson. Just needs to mark. Good shot. I think that's going to do it probably. Yeah, that puts her in the 2 O's. So probably we'll want to make this just to be safe.
Yeah. Don't like leaving anything to chance here. Sophia Granda maxed out at 220. She was at -10. 57, 58.
Okay. Good spare. That'll put her at +3 minimum.
Clemmer got the double in the 10th, so fill ball very important here. We say she was at -2. -2. So if she shoots 203, she gets a +1. That puts her ahead of 2 players currently in the number, who are in the books from Ace Club. Alejandra and Giselle's humongous fill ball coming up here. Otherwise, phone call to Jim.
Okay, 9 count for Addie Nelson. That puts her at +12. Well done. Now we'll switch over to Sophia Granda.
Clemmer got all 3 in the 10th. Or I thought she did. I lied. She hasn't bowled it, according to live scoring at least. Thought it updated.
Well, it's going to be very interesting for Sophia Granda. She's -10. She's bowling a Dutch 200. And in order to make the cut, she is probably going to need the first hit in the 10th on a lane that she hasn't struck on all game. She might need a double.
Wemmer did finish with 203. Okay, that's in the books now. So she's at +1.
Well, Aaron, do you ever like to throw a double on a lane you haven't struck on in a whole game to make a cut in a major?
I would say I live for it, but I've never done that, so I would be terrified of this situation. But Sophia's thrown some big shots in this building. She's the diamond doubles leader in the women's championships. Maria Jose Rodriguez. Courtney Ermish. What was Courtney at? +7. She can max out at 201 this game.
According to Rob Gottschall, right now, Lindsay Boomershine is the number.
Deandra's maxing out at 160, 168. She was at... Oh, she's got... Oh, wow. She's at +1 or +41. This is crazy.
Here we go. Deandra was +41.
It was +41, and
he's going to shoot
can shoot
168 if she goes spare strike.
Is the max. So
it'll be +9.
Courtney Ermish can get to 201. So if she doesn't double, she's going to fall into the minus. She's thrown some big shots in the 10th friendo in her career.
Yes, she has.
To win a national title for her team.
Here we go. Needs a double. Oh, trips the 4. Okay.
Deandra finishes with 166.
So she's +7. The shot here will get Sofia Granda in the cut. Has to have it. If she doesn't have it, she'll be under. She'll be minus. It's got to hook a lot. That's not going to do it.
All right.
So 206, the best Sophia can shoot. She'll be -4, and we'll just come up a little short. So Rob Gottschall believes Brianna Clemmer will be the number at +1.
Got all three in the 10th to get to that.
Wow.
Deandra finished with 166. She was at +41, so that's going to be 34. So +7. Courtney Ermish did not get the first hit in the 10th, so her max 190. She was at +7, so she's going to drop into the minus.
Wow. What a crazy finish. Just like we thought.
So let's see here.
Hope Gramley shot 224. She's at +59. So what a great final round for her to get herself in the cut. And Danielle McEwen finished with 200 to finish at +381.
She's going to be our overall leader. Sharon Powers, 214 that game, so she's good to go. Addie Nelson getting to the right side of plus.
I've just had my second reputable source tell me +1 is going to be the number.
So let's see here. Deandra's going to drop all the way to +7, but that's going to be enough. Sharon Powers is good. Sabrina is good. Hope is good. Sandra, still good. We have Courtney Ermish dropping to minus. And then we have, what did Sophia get to? She was still minus?
Yeah, she was minus 4.
So we had Addie, Blair, and Brianna all get to plus. All right, so we are officially going to stick around here to verify this. It seems like +1 is going to be the number.
That concludes qualifying for the
So first off, while we wait
ladies add up those score sheets.
in anticipation to hear the final cut number, we still owe you guys, guys and gals, a giveaway.
Oh, nice.
So
Reward people for staying on to the bitter end.
Starting tomorrow morning at 9
the whole TV T-shirt's going to be up for grabs. One more time here.
That concludes qualifying
Limited edition.
2021 USBC.
So rare
Ladies add up those score sheets.
that I don't have one.
Turn them into the tournament official.
Can I even hook it up?
Verify.
So we are hooking you up, folks. Bowl TV T-shirt up for grabs here. Once again, if this is your first time here joining us, the giveaways are super cool and super easy. You see a prompt in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen saying a giveaway will begin shortly. And then it'll have a countdown, about 60 seconds. And then another prompt will show up. Giveaway has begun. You'll see a submit entry button. All you have to do is click on it and you will be entered to win. One winner here. But with that, we do recommend you take it out of full screen mode if you're in full screen. Make sure you can see the chat. But let's go, folks. Let's get this giveaway underway here on Bowl TV. So our projected number at the moment, throwing all three in the temp at +1, is Brianna Clemmer. Jordan Richard did shoot 244 that game.
Yeah, but not 300, unfortunately.
Like to put their bowling balls on transport. PWBA transport staging area is down behind the black curtains in the workout area. So you can stage your bowling balls for Cecil to load onto the trailer.
All right. So our leader is Danielle McCune.
Do not advance to our top 64.
That is what we
Like to put
do
their
know.
bowling balls on transport.
For sure.
PWBA transport staging area is down behind the black curtains in the workout area. So you can stage your bowling balls for Cecil.
Let's get patiently awaiting the official tally from the tournament team.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy stuff, guys.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm working on getting you guys a guest,
Okay.
just because we got a little extra time here.
Do you have? Can you reveal who it's going to be?
The initials are DE. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not right.
Maybe DM.
DM. That would be
there
it. I was so on the Ewan. I was on the capital E. Yeah, she.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
She's on assignment right now, and we'll be right
Okay.
this way, I believe.
Okay,
So
great.
I'll get that for you guys. DE coming up right here on Bowl TV.
Did you ever find out about the 5-step thing?
Oh yeah, I did. She switches back and forth and has for some time.
Okay. So
But
this
I think
week,
she was just on 4 for quite a while, and now she's doing 5. But you can ask her that.
yeah, I will.
Oh, DE.
Mark Roth used to do that
Yeah.
whenever he felt like.
Right back.
Congratulations to Mary Jo for winning the Bowl TV t-shirt. So, Mary, our marketing team is going to be reaching out to you in the next couple of days to be sure to hook up that prize. So, congratulations. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here on Bowl TV, participating and being part of the Bowl TV community. Of course, a lot of thank yous over the course of a tournament, USBC and the USBC Board of Directors. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the PWBA Tour and USBC short duration events. Our gold industry partners. We have 900 Global, Rotogrip and Storm for their continued support here in Reno, the RSCVA and the Row for always being so welcoming for the bowlers. Of course, our participants this week putting on a show, making it exciting, crazy, and fun at the very end here. So we are going to, once again, we're waiting to see the official final number. We believe it's going to be +1.
Great athletes, I have our cut score. But
Cut
before
score.
I announce that, I wanted to announce our tournament leader is Danielle McEwen.
All right, there's Danielle.
Our 64th and final
gonna be
qualifier
+1.
into our match play bracket at +1, Brianna Clemmer.
There it is, altering the 10th
Is our final
for
number.
Brianna Clemmer.
Wow. And how appropriate that the right side of plus
Update our
is the
bracket.
cut. Everybody on the right side of plus.
Will begin at 9 a.m.
Full circle moment here on Bowl TV.
It is. It is.
And then our
Very much.
All right, JT, it looks like we have our tournament leader ready to join us here. Just a second. All right, Danielle McEwen, hello.
Hi, guys.
Great bowling all week.
Thank
Really?
you.
Yeah. So a lot of questions for you. I was kind of watching, the 5-step, 4-step thing. Was curious about what has been the progression in that. I know for the majority of your career on tour, you've been 4-step, and I know you've been playing around with 5-step. What's the genesis of that?
I've always gone back and forth between 4 and 5. So I'd actually be curious to go back kind of over the last 5-6 years and see how much I've been in 4 and how much 5, because I feel like it's probably 50-50. But it's really just a timing trick for me. I really struggle getting the ball moving. My timing's always on the later side. So sometimes with 4, the ball will just go with my foot. And sometimes I kind of need that first step to get it going. So I go back and forth all the time.
There's something, I know we've talked about this before with you about, when Team USA has done those bowlers assessments in the past, you've always been like the most versatile on paper, but we don't see it out here, I think, as much as we could. It seems like you like to keep the ball in front of you. Typically, you've had a lot of success doing that. This week, you were going way left to right and looked like you were opening up more room than anybody in the building. Is that something that you're getting more comfortable with and wanting to incorporate into your game more often, or is it's something that you feel like you've been doing and just haven't had a chance to?
No, it's something I've worked on for years, and I do whatever the lanes tell me to do. I just kind of adjust to what's out there, and yes, playing straighter and keeping the ball in front of me is more of my A game. I like doing that better. I feel I'm a little bit stronger at that, but I'm always working on every aspect of my game so that whatever the lanes throw at me, I'm ready for.
Danielle, over the course of 15 games, you posted the highest overall score, which means you're the top overall seed, which is cool, but everything drops heading into match play tomorrow. For you, over the course of these 15 games, what have been the defining factors of this oil pattern for you, and what have been your keys to success to post the highest score so far?
I've really just been kind of playing this tournament like the long game, not so much focusing on qualifying, but focusing on gathering information and preparing myself for the end of the week. I've had enough of these events to know that what I saw out on the lanes day one is not how match play is going to be. So I really focused on getting a lot of score the first day, which I was able to do. And then from that point on, I was really trying to build my arsenal for different situations, make sure I really know what ball I'm going to be able to go to quickly, depending on what I'm seeing, and just focus on my physical game, make sure that I'm really confident when I step up on the approach.
Yeah, you've had a pretty interesting season, I think we could say. A lot of people have been like, hey, what's going on with Danielle? How come she's not the usual Danielle that we're used to seeing? But you look at the points list, you're 11th in points, you've made 2 shows. But But last week it seemed like you just really came out, busted out, had that huge finish to the block, shot 1100, made the show. I know your foot's getting better. I don't know if it's 100% yet, but do you feel like you're 100% back right now and feeling confident?
No, definitely not 100%, but I feel much closer. It's just been really learning how to adjust and how to adapt to what my body's giving me. And I feel like over the last 2 weeks, I've made a lot of progress on figuring out where the errant shots are coming from and how to fix them quickly. So it's just a continuation of building.
Now, going into the match play tomorrow, you like I said, you looked really great hooking the lane, but tomorrow, do you feel like in the matches, are you going to try to play a little straighter? Or are you going to go with that same game plan that you've been going with all week?
I'm going to do whatever the lane tells me. In match play, it really depends on who you're bowling and how they break the lanes down. So I'm going to have an open mind. I have option A, B, C, and D right now planned out in my mind, depending on what shape I need to do. And I'm just going to make the best shots doing that.
All right, Danielle. Well, we will let you rest up for match play coming up tomorrow. You're going to be taking on Brianna Clemmer, who got that last spot at +1. So best of luck throughout the rest of the tournament. And thank you again for joining us here on Bowl TV, and great bowling this week.
Thank you.
All right, our tournament leader, Danielle McCune. Impressive performance throughout the course of the week. As she said, got off to a strong start in day number 1 and was able to kind of learn some things about the pattern from there on out. And she's going to be our top seed, leading 64 players into match play starting tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it was a really great day today. I mean, it felt like things were going a little slow the first 2 days. I mean, it was there weren't that many high scores, there weren't that many low scores. The days went by pretty quickly because it's 2 squads, but today it felt like it picked up. It felt like the excitement of a majors here. We the field was cut. We saw a couple of players make big runs today. Shannon O'Keefe had a huge run. Rocio Restrepo got to the lead, and Danielle, obviously overtook her here this afternoon. But it's going to be an incredible second part of the tournament starting tomorrow morning. I can't wait to see it.
2 tournaments in 1, folks. That's right. That's what you get at the Queens. And that's going to do it for our broadcast today. So once again, a big thank you to everybody for joining us throughout the course of the day. Of course, the Bowl TV community as well. Y'all are great. We enjoy the community, the questions. It's been fun to interact. Maybe Mike will make another bold prediction tomorrow that will result in a pie in the face. We'll just never know. But look forward to his little mini documentary on Shannon O'Keefe's day number 2. I know that he's been working on that. That's going to be a fantastic piece available on our social media channels, on our YouTube page as well, the Bowl TV YouTube page. So be on the lookout for that. We'll have a full recap available on bowl.com later tonight. But for right now, we're going to sign off from the National Bowling Stadium. So for Mike Flanagan, Jason Thomas, I'm Aaron Smith. Thank you again for joining us here on Bowl TV for the 2021 Queens. And remember, folks, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. Have a great night.